See you if you're still there. Sorry I'm late. I'm late every day. You can pretty much count on me being like 15 minutes late. I suck. I don't really suck. I'm pretty cool. If you look through this thing, it makes things look different. It's cool. Whoa, what are we doing here? What the? Whoa, dude, bro. That's so trippy. It's like inversion on a grand scale. Wait. Hello, I'm Dr. Bass Ackwards, and I'm fucking with the shit right now. You know what I mean? Yep. There we go. No, there. Thought it made shit go upside down. Oh well, fuck it. It's this cool piece of glass that I found. It's like, oh shit. I don't know what it was used for, really. I mean, does anybody know what this is for? I just found this piece of glass, and I was like, well, cool. That's neat. It's just neat. I don't know what to do with it, but it's neat. Put it on my guitar, like some fucking, bedazzle my guitar with some glass. It's all angled and angular glass. Anyways, I'm sorry. It looks like everybody bailed. All one of you. How dare you bail? I'm only 15 minutes late. Hey, at least I'm predictable. At least I'm consistent. I'm training that AI, Gotta train that machine. They call it like a self-taught machine or something. I don't think that's what it is. It's a human-taught machine. It's studying us. It doesn't have anything else to go off, It's just like, it's a machine. It's got to feed off the things that are like actually like, creative sources like us. And especially considering it's made by evil people, it's like they're not very creative. They're always obsessing over what the fuck we're doing, because they're just not very creative, They use the same fucking formula every time they fucking run a hoax, It's like every single fucking science has been completely inverted. And I have half a mind to say the things that we do know, as far as like, cutting edge, knowledge about how to manipulate the world, to, for, by way of whatever, alchemy and like chemistry and technology, that you make. I have half a mind to think that we basically, most of the stuff that we use or that we've utilized is just stuff that we've reverse engineered, stuff that we found. I just feel like, it's just like such a massive hoax going on right now, where it's like everything that's wholesome and good and true has been completely inverted and fucking turned on its head. And then fucking all this like technology, has been basically going aimed at this one goal of like, a robot world. Basically, we're heading right for that robot world, all that fucking like Matrix type reality. It's as if that was a blueprint for what we're doing, the movie, the Matrix, the blueprint. It's like every fucking single technology that comes out now is geared to that outcome, ultimately. And you just have to look at it with that perspective. Put the fucking Matrix filter on, or put the Matrix goggles on. See if it's like, if it checks out. It's like, can this thing help further the trajectory into the Matrix reality? Whatever it is, whether it be in Neuralink or like, like I'm just talking about like cutting edge tech, like stuff that's coming out, AI, or whatever, and fucking all these things are connected, I mean, it's like, but like, what else, I mean, they say we have like Starlink, where they have these things flying around. I've seen them. They're up there, whatever those fucking things are. They're crazy. They go fast too. It's weird. A big long line. I've seen these other things too that I don't think was Starlink. It was like these. Me and my girlfriend saw them one night. She was the one that saw them first. She's all, "Get out of here, babe." I came out and fucking I saw the tail end of it, but she said they were going by for a while. It was all these lights, they look similar to what the Starlink looked like, but Starlink is all uniform and they go by all quick and all evenly spaced. But like these things that we saw go by were like, they looked the same. They look like starlight, just like a star. It's like what a star looks like with the naked eye, just a little spot of light, the ones that we saw that one night that were like, they weren't, it wasn't Starlink, it was something else. It was like a bunch of these little fucking lights, they look like stars or whatever, they're just jamming along hella fast. And some of them, and it's like they weren't all uniformly, you know, it wasn't all paced perfectly with like, uniformity. It was, they're all headed the same direction, but they were swerving around, and one of them kind of swerved off and got off course and then corrected. It was like watching them. It was like they looked sentient. It was like it didn't look like it was just blown with the wind or something, or like automated and whatever. It looked like these things were flying around, jamming around, kind of like racing through the sky or whatever. It looked fucking crazy. They were flying hella fast, dude. They just went by one after another. And we at first were like, that can't. We were thinking, is that Starlink? There's no way that's fucking Starlink. That's not. That doesn't fit the description. It's like. And then we later saw Starlink. It was one night. Um, I think she was the one that saw it first. She thought I was looking at the sky. She knows what's up. And so she's like, come on here. And I came out and it was like, you're going right over our house. Like, way up in the sky. But it's just like one after another. It was like perfectly spaced out lights. And they were just passing through quickly, though. Weird. Like, you couldn't miss it. You know what I mean? It was definitely not like a natural thing. Well, there's two different points I'm making. It didn't look natural, though. It looked like, or like, you know what I mean? Like, it didn't look, those other things that were flying over, I wouldn't say that was natural or whatever, but they were flowing with like, as if they had like, as if they were sentient creatures, or there were sentient, creatures of sorts steering them, because, they weren't all, it wasn't all like robotic looking. It looked, like there was a flow to it. Yeah, frozen paperweight. Yeah. You're 5 minutes behind. Oh, well, cool. That means I wasn't late. Or maybe I was. Are you still in the part of the show where I'm not here yet? What do you guys think about all the Tartarian talk? I mean, I know it's kind of like it's a little bit of a divisive topic with the flat Earth crowd and just the truthers in general, but I don't think it should be. I think if it's just like flat Earth, where it's like it seems kind of ridiculous at first, but once you start really digging into it, like I love Karen B. I watch her show all the time, like every Monday or whatever, and I watch her with Mark Sargent too, and like, and I really admire her and I respect her opinion about things, and I turn to her like when in instances where I want to learn about shit, like I think she's just a good resource and a cool person, whatever, she really she's devoted a lot of energy towards this. That's dope. And she's really she's really like uptight about this whole, she doesn't think the Tartarian narrative has any, she's like, there might be, something to it, but she doesn't think that it's like the way it's explained it is like even remotely close to being true. And she's pissed because it's like, she thinks that it's sort of like detracting from, but people just think that we can't do great things or whatever, and that's why but when she says that, it makes me think, well, you haven't really gotten all the way into it, then you haven't given it the fair amount of research, because like if once you start looking into these, you find these amazing buildings, it was just like, it must have taken so much work and so much effort to make them as perfect as they are. And it's just like, they don't even have, I mean, when you look into the history of it, it's like just this, a lot of times they don't even know who built it, or it's just like founded or something. Or then when they give you a story about who built it, it's like this really, it's hard to, this story that's hard to believe they don't tell you about their education and where they went and learned how to build like that, or like, doesn't give any sources as to who taught them, who trained them how to build in such a fashion, and it's like, it never gives you any information about that. You think it would be like this whole thing, it would be like a whole like subject you could dig into, and like how they learned how to do this stuff, I mean, they're master masons or whatever, but it's like, they could at least mention that, these techniques are secret, they're kept by the masons or something. They don't even bother going there. They just say, he built this thing, and he worked for his father, who was a construction work, an architect, and then he was, and then there you go, there it was. And it's like, there's not enough history about it, and it's like, and then there's dodgy shit, where it's like, and then it burned down 3 times, but like, this is the this is the most current one. Like, I don't know. There's always these weird stories that just like, what the fuck, man? Why can't they keep it from burning down? Like a bunch of times. I mean, yeah, I guess there wasn't. We weren't as organized of a society back then. You know, we didn't have like running water and electricity, and we were just getting the hang of things. But we could build these buildings like better than we can build today. Uh, it irritates me because it's just like it. Like I just run to this wall and I'm like, well, fuck, man. If our history is that fucking disjointed, like at what point did we like fucking? What the fuck is going on? You know, and then you got the Mandela effect, and that just kind of derails everything. It's like, oh, all that other truth and stuff. I kind of respect Jaron's opinion about that. Like, I don't. He claims that he's not affected, but I think everybody is. I think it's just ridiculous to say that you're not. I'm kind of on Brian Staley's side with that one. But Jaron was just like, yeah, I get it, but it's like he says something like, if I feel like if I give into it, then I'm just gonna be. Then it derails all the work I've done and everything that we been talking about, because it's like. If reality is like that, then what's the fucking point of doing all this research? It's like it's just gonna change later. It's like a reality is so like, it's so malleable. It's like, I can see why you could become obsessed with that subject, or just have it be sort of discouraging or disheartening in some way. I mean, for me, I'm just baffled by it. Just like anybody should be. Why would I want to spell dilemma with an N? I know how to spell. I'm not fucking stupid, dude. And why is someone with a shitty memory telling me I have a bad memory? That doesn't jive either. I have a really good memory. Don't tell me I have a shitty memory. Maybe you have a shitty memory. It's a beautiful day in that neighborhood. You know what I mean? Yo, I'd love to do a song. What kind of stuff do you play, Young Flames? Young Flames, shout out. Look, Young Flames 187 plays guitar. What kind of stuff do you do? Now I got to perform something in front of you. I hope I'm better than you. I'm just kidding. It's not about who's better. It's just about who's like, playing something that's got like some soul behind it. Where it's like there's so much music out there that's just so like it just falls flat when I hear it. I'm just like, oh, great. It's either this stuff that's just so empty, or it's like the stuff that's clearly like trying to drag you into some dark place, fucking like Taylor Swift or something, It's like I'm not trying to go there. It's just like it's polluting my ears. Hi, Zox. Nice to see you. Dean, yes. Dean's here too. Getting in the bath songs? Let's see. I used to have this song that I made up one night because someone was like harassing me to go in the hot tub, because constantly, it was like all the time, we should go in the hot tub, and it's like, and finally I just picked up the guitar and I wrote this song. I was like, me, no, you, and no, me, and you. You know what we're going to do. We're gonna go in the hot tub. Me and you. You know what we're going to do. We're gonna go in the hot tub. Go in the hot tub. Go in the hot tub. I'll give you a foot rub in the hot tub. And then it repeats. You can put any lyrics to it and just be like, hey, you, it's time to get in the bathtub. Hey, you know it's really time for you to get in the bathtub. Get in the bathtub. Time for you to clean yourself and get in the bathtub. So you can put anything in there. I'm reconnecting. Did you get any of that? Trying to get your kid to take a bath? Is that what? Hey, you know what it's time to do. It's time to take a bath. Hey, you know what it's time to do. It's time to take a bath. Time to take a bath. We'll get in and we'll laugh. Make a big splash when we take a bath. Can you dig it? Perfect. All right, good. Glad to have shared that with you. I forgot about that song. That's a fun one. Me and you, we know what we're gonna do. We're gonna go in the hot tub. Because this person was just like haggling me about it, constantly. So I was like, I picked up the guitar. I'm like, here we go. I have to write songs about things that, if it's bugging me or if it's funny or something, it's like you can count on it. I've written the song about it. Like Clinton cigar, wherever you are, you went too far. I forget how that one goes, but that was a fun one too. Oh, I almost dropped you. Time to take a bath. Yeah, this is G, E minor. You saw what I was doing, right? You're a talented musician. You know what the fuck's going on. You really inspired me to like work on my song, my 5G song, because I like the way you guys are doing it. It retains some sort of folky like element that I'd lost, and I was just like, oh yeah, that's it right there. Because I'd been saying that before. I was like, I think it needs some like ooh la 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 or some kind of shit. It's not that you guys are doing that, but it's like that's what led me to kind of. Okay, now I gotta play it. When AT&T rolled out their 5G, better not go near it. Oh well, they put it everywhere. Good luck not going near it. When AT&T rolled out their 5G, they put it everywhere and anyone can see. At the park, at the playground, radiating all around. At the local farm and drug, you will see it up above. At the club, at the bar, wherever you are. If you look hard enough, you know you're gonna find the stuff. We're swimming in a sea, ooh, la 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 la. Swimming in a sea, ooh, la 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 la. Yes, we're swimming in a sea of directed energy, thanks to AT&T and 5G. If you go to the store, you might see 3 or 4. The police department out the window, your apartment. The fire station, you can almost taste the radiation. Every city, every town out in the cuts, and bet your ass the place is lit the front of every street, every boulevard, every avenue. You'll see them at museums, even see them at the zoo. If you're AT&T, there's nothing stopping you. Sometimes they wanna try to be a little more covert. They'll stick it in a flagpole, put it in the cross at church. Sometimes they really just wanna try to hide it, so they'll get creative and try to disguise it. They got those 5G evergreens, even got the 5G panels that look like a palm tree. Oh yeah, AT&T. Oh yeah, AT&T. We're swimming in the sea. Ooh la 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 la, swimming in the sea. Yeah, we're swimming in a sea of directed energy, thanks to AT&T and 5G. Thanks a lot. Frank gave me a pork roll, egg, and cheese, if you please, with the Kaiser bun. I sank into a greasy mango wheeze, and I sneezed, and it blew my mind. Oh, wow, oh, wow, oh, wow, wow. Time is in the hands of God. Give me some turkey or some cod, if you please. Yeah. Okay. And you've had your fun, and your work is done. You must pass me the pork roll, egg, and cheese, if you please, on the Kaiser bun. When the guava rains, anything good remains, but we must further ourselves on. So dynamic is life, staring into the sights, not right, but wrong in a good way. Yeah, mama, would you please pass me the pork roll, egg, and cheese, if you please, on a Kaiser bun. Mama, would you please pass me? All right, it's enough of that. It's enough of that silly shit. I didn't write that shit. That's by Ween. Ween! My favorite band, Ween. W-E-E-N. Shout out to Ween. Gene Ween and Dean Ween. They're great. I love them. Tribute. Oh, yeah, gotta love that Ween. Ooh. Take me away. Take me away. Yeah. Take me away. Oh, take me away to some other land. Well, I gotta get away from that girl before I go crazy. Yeah, she took my love away, took it to another man. Gotta get away from that girl before I go crazy. Crazy, take me away. Take me away to some other land. Well, I gotta get away from that girl before I go crazy. She took my love away, took it to another man. Gotta get away from that girl before I go crazy. Crazy, take me away. Got it. That was by Ween. By Ween. I know a lot of Ween songs. Let me think of another Ween song here real quick. Ween. What do I know by Ween? I know a lot of Ween songs. Let's think here. Oh, yeah. Well, it's a 9-mile walk from the office to the pub. Sometimes you think you're gonna drop. And then you feel it dirty. You're really stopping before you can leave. You have to sweep the fucking shop. It's a real bitch to be working for a man. Should I do less of what the fuck? I'd be just scrubbing dishes at some motherfucking dump. And it's all same to me, just busting ass and making bugs. Read 'em up and stick the pump that fucking good. Woman down on Main Street needs a jump. summer. Well, read 'em up and stick 'em. Pump that fucker good. Swimming down on Main Street needs to jump. Get your fingers out your ass and pump the jacket's gas and think about how bad New Hope sucks. New Hope, Virginia, I think. Where's New Hope? You guys know where New Hope is? New Hope. Think about how bad New Hope sucks. Those guys are awesome. I love Ween. Ween, my favorite. Ween. Ween. Near no hope, maybe. Have to do. Ween has some great songs. You guys ever listen to Ween? It's been a while, come back again. Came into the room, you saw my girl. You asked her how long it's been. A year, she said as you shook your head. Said I'm surprised it's gone on that long. Baby, 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 bitch. For words I am at a loss. Baby, 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 bitch. I'm better now, please fuck off. What else you gonna say while you're back on your stay? Maybe something, maybe nothing, we'll see. It's just too bad. You're beautiful, I guess. I just wasn't for you, you weren't for me. Baby, baby, bitch. Slip back into yourself. Baby, 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 bitch. Go conquer someone else. People say you're beautiful, how sweet, how kind. You're perfect, you got nothing to hide. But I, for one, have seen the sun and the bitch that you locked up inside. Got fat, got angry, started hating myself. I can't close my eyes anymore. No, I can't close my eyes anymore. No, I can't close my eyes anymore. That was by Ween. That one. Am I still live? Yeah, I am. Okay, good. Was that all recording, or I don't know? It keeps saying reconnecting. Some hoopty shit. Whatever. I played "Baby Bitch" by Ween. By Ween. Okay, I'm gonna play some of my own stuff now. That was all Ween. Well, there was something of mine back there. Yeah, the hot tub. That was mine. Hot tub. That song kind of reminds me of one of my songs. Did you ever wake up? Did you ever wake up to the sound of a textbook hitting the floor, realizing you'd fallen asleep in class again, 'cause it was such a bore? I've been there before, and I recall just wishing that I could take flight every time I didn't get the answer right. Come to find her as we make our way through life, that the answers we were given were just mostly a pack of lies. And it's a big surprise when you finally open up your sleeping eyes to see the world as an entirely different situation than we were led to believe it was our entire lives. And coming around and taken to very kindly, and all of you get ostracized, canceled, censored into oblivion. Yeah, I speak from experience. Yes, and the people running the shit show, you know, they think they really got us now. The people running the shit show, you know, they think they really got us now. 'Cause this is the big dumb now. Yeah, we're so fucking dumb now. If we need to be led like sheep so we can wash our hands. Yeah, this is the big dumb now. We're so fucking dumb now. If we need to be told how to control our behavior. Where were you when 2022 came to a close? Were you close to losing your mind after all the propaganda been put on overdrive? Thank God that you survived, but it wasn't by luck alone. We survived by our cunning wit. Don't forget there's plenty of people still falling into the trap today. It's up to us to try to let them know. Either way, you can think what you wanna think, and you can believe what you wanna believe. Yeah, but we're in the big dumb town. They think we're so dumb now that we need to be led like sheep so we can wash our hands. Yeah, this is the big dumb town. We're so fucking dumb now. If we need to be told how to control our behavior. Yeah, this is the big once upon a bent space and time. You can curve in a straight line, put a dumb idea in your mind and think it's true. And people call, said it's not true at all. The earth is flat, it's not a ball. You thought they all were kidding you. And you used to laugh about everything that we were talking about. But now you don't talk so loud. Now you don't seem so proud. Now that we prove to you all that shit ain't real. Oh, how does it feel? How does it feel when you find out you're home? It's safe here on the road, and it's a stationary stone. Well, you went to the same schools we all did, but you know they never really taught you anything true in it. No one ever taught you how to go out and actually prove anything, and you just got used to it. Now you seem to be compromised as you stare into the vacuum of the sky, wondering to yourself, is that even real? How does it feel? How does it feel finding out you're home? It's safe here under the dome, and it's a stationary stone. It's a stationary stone. Well, you never turned around to see the frowns on the Neil deGrasse clowns when they did the tricks with you. Well, you never understood it ain't no good. You shouldn't let people like that tell you what the fuck is true. You used to ride on the rocket ship at the amusement park, and you thought it was so cool. But now you realize that's about as good as it gets. Nobody ever gets up and sits on top of a rocket. Oh man, fuck that whole deal. No. Oh, how does it feel? I don't know, I'm kind of running out of juice on that one. I got one person left. That must have been a really annoying song. I'm sorry, everybody. I shouldn't look at the count, you know. It's like, you guys got stuff to do, man. Don't worry about me. I'll be all right. It's not going to hurt my feelings. You can go. Just leave. I know. I suck. I'm so not entertaining. I'm not doing this for you, dude. I'm doing it for me. I'm like talking to myself. That's cool, man. I used to be popular, and I used to have a lot of people watch me. I had like 120 people watch me one time. That was so great. And then YouTube deleted my channel. That was cool. I was like, I'm getting somewhere. Never mind. Oh, never mind. And that wasn't the first time. This isn't a pity party, though. 'Cause I went from here to zero. However, I don't believe it exists. I insist that there's no such thing as nothing. but all the same, I guess it's logical to claim that 2024 years ago, we were living in the year zero. Yes, and that's the year that we were waiting on for so long, as we counted backwards in a long line of negative numbers. In the era of BC, we kept track of time in reverse. It was such a curse. We didn't know how long ago we had started. We just knew that we'd end up at zero eventually. And after a long wait, it felt great to be living in the year zero. You see, we don't know what history really can show, and when it's always being superimposed on the present, and we can't ever go back and find another way to get right here. It's all these things that have occurred that led us to be who we are right now. And I just don't feel sorry for anyone who can't be satisfied. It's your own life you're leading, and as I lead mine, I find that I just don't know what it is about zero, that I can't wrap my mind around. It's oh so elusive idea of nothing at all, nothing at all. Nihilism, denialism, I can't even try to begin. Zeroing in, I feel like it's all been zeroed out. And you're really not allowed to pout about this, 'cause it's too late now. We've come so far from zero. Zeroing in, I feel like it's all been zeroed out. I've been from here to zero, and I don't believe it exists. It's a hard one. Zeroing in, I feel like it's all been zeroed out. You're not allowed to pout, 'cause it's too late now. We've come so far from zero. My favorite part is, in the era of BC, we kept track of time in reverse. It was such a curse. This is so epic. Because it's like, oh yeah, they must have had to keep track of time in reverse. That's probably what they did, huh? Sure. That's one of those things you just have to accept, you know. It's like, oh yeah, well, typically when you buy more property, you have a bigger property line, you know. But not when it's a really big property that you have, and then you buy more. Then it starts to get smaller. You just kind of have to accept that reality, all right? That's the riddle. This is a Glober riddle. The Glober riddle. When is the one time you can buy more and have less? When is the one time you can buy more and have less? You want to know the answer? You guys already know the answer, right? Because you're flat earthers, right? Tell me the answer. Mr. Super Sidewinder, what's up, brother? I love you, man. Right on. Do you know the answer to the riddle? The Glober riddle. When is the one time you can buy more and have less? You want to know the answer? The answer is when you own the northern hemisphere and you decide to buy more property. Now you have a smaller property line. There you go. Welcome to Flat Earth. If that doesn't make any sense to you, welcome to Flat Earth. Glovers hate that shit. They're like, hey, fuck you, man. You don't know what a sphere is? Why does that puzzle you? You don't know what a ball is shaped like? What's wrong with you? I'm like, no. You see, I get it. I know what a ball is shaped like. That's why I'm saying this. It's like, because if Earth is shaped like a ball, then there's certain things that would have to happen, you know? Get it? And they're like, okay, well, if you don't understand a ball, maybe what we should do is like get a pin and like draw circles around a basketball. I'm like, no, dude, I just told you. Did you read my comment? Well, that's the thing. If you're still puzzled by balls and like, I'm like, dude, do you understand what you're doing right now? You're like, you're basically saying that because balls exist, Earth must be a sphere. That's pretty fucking dumb. That's like the level of intelligence I'm dealing with these people, man. It's fucking unbelievable. They just can't stop thinking about balls. It's all they ever think about. It's kind of out of control. And it's like, dude, we're talking about the ground, like the earth, the surface. Get over it, dude. You can't prove if there's any curvature. Like, go out and do that. Show me how that works. And do it all day, every day, for a while. And get back to me with those figures, you know? And let me know if you ever get any figures that match. Because it's supposed to be like a specific measurement, right? And so what are you going to do if it's not that measurement, you know? Like if for some reason you're seeing like hundreds of miles all of a sudden, what do you do on those days? You got to factor in some other variable, right? Right? Yeah, right. Refraction, right? That's right. Okay. This is not my first rodeo, man. Okay, so what you're saying is that there's another variable at play here. Then you're admitting that, right? Refraction. Okay, great. So there's atmospheric and temperature related, you know, variable. That's apparently pretty, you know, it's pretty like important, really, because I mean, if we're seeing like hundreds of miles too far, like that's kind of an important thing to factor into your equation here. So perhaps maybe what we're seeing is when we look off into the distance has more to do with the one variable that you just proved exists. Maybe that's the thing we're dealing with here. Could that be maybe instead of some elusive curvature that you can't fucking measure? Could that be it? Maybe. Are we back to proving Earth is a sphere because balls exist? Is that what we're back to right now? Okay. Well, how about the motion of the Earth? That's another important factor in this whole thing. We got to go down each little proof that you guys have, or each little claim. I mean, that are just so it turns out that each claim is fucking antithetical to what our experience and our observations are. But now let's go test it scientifically, okay? You know, let's go find out how that motion's, like how we can test that motion. Okay, you got to get your eyes off the sky. Stop thinking about balls. I'm talking about the ground, okay? The sky, you know, you do realize that when you're looking at something moving, that doesn't mean that you're moving. You know, there's one or two things, you know, or there's a few things that could be happening there, but it's like, you do realize that that's one of the possibilities. Like if you see something moving, then maybe it's just that thing moving. It's kind of it's a big leap to make to think that maybe it's you moving when you didn't think you were moving before you saw that thing moving. That's a big leap to make, you know? Like before you saw that thing moving, you didn't think you were moving. But now you saw that thing moving and now you think you're moving. That's, you know, like you got to have some, you have to have some pretty fucking, you know, you're going to have to make with some pretty serious proof. But that's a fucking bold claim. That's a big fancy claim, you know? You're going to need to prove that shit. Get busy on those mathematics, you know, get back to me on that. Okay, Einstein, he's the guy you'd probably want to think about. Like, you know, who probably crunched the most numbers on this note? Okay, it was probably Einstein. All right, so he like, yeah, I've seen all those chalkboards full of equations. I don't know what any of it means, nor do I care to. Because apparently after all that number crunching, even he wasn't convinced scientifically that all that shit's true. He said so himself. Even though he believes it still is true, he you can't prove it scientifically. So he wasn't convinced scientifically. He's a scientist. Is that right? Or is he a philosopher? Like, you got to choose one or the other here. You can be both, but like, you're just gonna have to acknowledge that at least. So, because he couldn't prove it scientifically. So, if the best guy you got couldn't convince himself scientifically, I'm being specific with my words, then I'm not convinced scientifically. And so, if it's a philosophical thing that we're trying to do here, well, then let's just declare it as such, And so, the rest of us that don't feel like sharing that philosophy with people because it's just an idea, maybe we don't, maybe we have our own ideas. Like, don't impose a philosophy on us, especially fucking some whack philosophy of this shit being like this like godless realm, where it just all happened for no fucking reason, at all, really. Just like the natural chain of events, it's just like nothing really that important about it. It's kind of a buzzkill for me. I know it seems so amazing for people, I used to think it was amazing, but it did leave me feeling kind of like sort of like an atheist. I was kind of like, well, what's this book, the Bible? It seems so like, it just seems so like outdated, like we've come so far, I was just thinking like, so that's how I recall. I used to make fun of the Bible, when I used to believe in all that shit. I didn't put two and two together and think that that's why I was making fun of the Bible, because I believed in all that shit. I was just thinking, well, all that shit's true. So the Bible is obviously not, not that I'm a Bible basher or whatever, or Bible anything, I mean, I just happened to notice after I fucking came to that, like, well, all that stuff, it hasn't ever really been witnessed. All that stuff I was believing was true. All the evidence that we saw wasn't even really evidence of that. Like, I watched a lunar eclipse one time, and I remember being pretty fucking stumped as to what the fuck I was looking at. And this is way before flat Earth ever entered my brain. I was looking at the shadow approach the moon from the top, came down from the top. It wasn't a selenilian. It was like it was pretty early in the day. It was like 5 in the morning. The sun wasn't up yet, but I was watching the moon get eclipsed by a shadow that was coming down at the top, and it was in this perfect little circle shadow. And I remember thinking to myself, that's our shadow. I'm like, I was by myself watching it, just going, this shit's weird. Like, I had this sort of eerie feeling of like, how is that happening? Like that's just so like, it just made my mind break, because I was thinking about it within the paradigm that I've been trained to think about it within, and it wasn't making sense to me, but I just had to accept it. I didn't think, well, maybe they were wrong. I was just thinking, man, that's some weird shit, because it just didn't make any sense to me. I was thinking, how's this shadow coming from? I was actually thinking that stuff, but I was just trying to imagine. I was like, well, maybe we're upside down right now. I wasn't thinking nobody's upside down. They're on a ball. All the fucking counterintuitive, fucking like conflicting, inconsistent statements, that are just like, nobody's upside down. Well, in reference to each other, fucking hey, they are. What are you talking about, man? Like, how would we not be upside down if we just fell all the way through the earth right now? Oh, well, you would just get crushed in the middle because of gravity. Gravity. You don't have to be that smart to realize that they don't have anything there. Like the big G has been all but like what they were like 5% correct. Sorry, but when you're 5% correct, that's a failure. That's an F. You don't pass the class. That's about the lowest grade anybody's ever gotten. Like, you could probably cut school that day and still get that grade. Just because the teacher kind of likes you, they don't want to give you a 0. But like, I'm sorry, when you're 5% correct, you're 100% wrong. So that's what happened with big G. So now we got little g, which is just a measurement of said thing that we can't prove. You can't use a measurement as proof of anything, really. You can just use it as proof of that measurement. That's what the measurement is. It's like, this things fall at this rate, but not always. If there's a different medium like water, know what I'm saying? Or if temperatures are really like, there's different things that happen. Like, things go up too, if there's like an air bubble trapped under the water, there it goes, defying gravity. There it goes, proving equilibrium, proving that there's like a fucking, nature is seeking some kind of equilibrium here, where things all sort of settle in their proper, dynamic, whatever. It's like to say that we want to figure out what's making all that happen. Well, we kind of did, It's like, just there. You know, it's like if it's more dense or if it's, you know, depends what medium it's working within. I mean, all this stuff is just readily apparent. It's like, you know, we don't even really have to think about it that much. You know, it's just there. It is. It's like you figure this shit out pretty at a pretty young age. You know, it's just an intuitive kind of thing. You know, as soon as you're learning to walk, you know all about what gravity. You know all about what, you know, weight displacement and like, you know, you learn about water and like how you can float in water. You know, you figure all this stuff out pretty quickly and pretty easily, and it's like it's just a shame that all our, you know, all these fundamental observations we make as children, you know, pretty much don't mean jack shit. You know, once you get a little bit older, you start learning all this other stuff. It's like, well, wait, oh, so that was because of gravity. I'm being pulled down. It's like, no, that's not really what's happening. What about when you get in the water? Oh, well, the water is more dense than the air, and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's like, so we're just talking about something without having any proof of it. Mass attraction, that's been so thoroughly like fucking thrown out, isn't it? I think that today's like actual science pretty much claims that everything that's on Earth, on this in this local realm, which is all we really got, is sorted out by like you know, sort of a, like there's some other kind of electric shit going on there. You know, this is an electric realm we exist in. It's like they've claimed that that's not even to do to gravity anymore. You know, this science. You know, it's like for people to be arguing like some of the science is so rapidly changing, and you know what it's changing towards. Yeah, what the Bible said. Okay, I admit it. The Bible was right. Darn it. Water's above, water's below. You can't leave Earth, you can't move Earth. It ain't moving. It ain't in the shape of a ball. Or it might be, but it's the part we walk on sure as fuck ain't. And it ain't moving. You know, there's something you're moving, but like, since we can't prove that it's us moving, then we're just gonna have to go ahead and assume that the things that are moving are the things that are moving. I mean, do I sound stupid? The fact that I sound stupid to a normal person is stupid. You know what I mean? But who are you? Man, who are you, man? Look at you, man. Just another hue of a man. Just a shade shy from a real guy. Who are you, man? Look at you, man. Just another human being. Just a stupid human being. Stupid human being. Stupid. Well, it's time for you to go and get another jab, just in case. Oh, just in case. Don't you worry about those adverse events. Those are super rare and probably won't happen to you. So you better just go do what we say to be safe. Just in case. Don't you worry about the Bell's palsy. That's just part of you getting safe. And besides, you are covering your face anyway, and you are not around anyone, so nobody will know. Nothing to be ashamed of, at least you're safe. Don't you worry about the newscaster who fell over backwards on his ass and died. That was just a case of SADS. And you know that SADS is out there and it's coming to get you, so you better do what we say, just in case. Don't be sad, just be safe. Just in case, you gotta do all these things to be safe. You'll can never be too safe. You can never be too afraid. Why don't you want to be safe? Just in case. You better swallow your defiance and follow the science. Oh yeah, just in case. YouTube loves when I play that song. They're like, oh yes, he's singing our motto. Because we need more arms to roll up the sleeves. We need more arms, yeah, so we can protect you from disease. We need more arms. That's what we need. We need more arms, 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 please. They want to fix what ain't broken, protect you from something that doesn't exist. They want to fix what ain't broken to protect you from something that doesn't exist. We need more arms. We need more arms. We need more arms, arms, arms. Yeah, that's what we need. We need more arms. Yeah, please. They want to fix what ain't broken to protect you from something that doesn't exist. They want to fix what ain't broken to protect you from something that doesn't exist. They want to fix what ain't broken, protect you from. Oh shit, I fucked up. We need more arms. Okay, my shit's disconnected. That's great. That's fantastic. Every time I do something, it gets disconnected. It's getting too hot. I'm gonna have to wrap this shit show up. Is anybody still there? Yeah, there's 5 people. Wow, shit. I'm gonna play some more music. You want to hear music, or you want to hear me flapping my lips? What do you want? A little of both? Because that's what I do. I flap my lips. I play some music. I play some music while I'm flapping my lips. Usually a lot of lips flapping. My lips are like 2 flaps of flesh, just flapping back, flappity flip flap. Just like that. This is a great song. I love it. I wrote it. It's pretty like cool. It's like, I don't know. I think it's just really cool. Hey, here we go. Act fast, jackass, last chance, hammer in the brass tacks. No time for lagging, nagging, bragging, dragging ass, or acting like a maniac. Do you wonder why exactly I'm explaining that? Just consider the fucking fact. Once you grab your bug up bag, there isn't gonna be a way to turn back around, cause this whole is gonna come down. That's right. Well, see, you're slapping when the place starts collapsing in a free for all. Anything can happen when the ship goes down. So does the captain. It's where you'll be stuck. Well, when this place goes belly up, you better have yourself a damn good plan when the shit hits the fan. When you're going gets tough, you better be clever enough. You gotta know what the fuck to do. You're gonna run amok, or let the muck run you. Better act fast, jackass, last chance to hammer in the brass tacks. Enough for lagging, nagging, bragging, dragging ass, or acting like a maniac. I'm explaining that. Just consider the fact that once you grab your bug out bag, there isn't gonna be a way to turn back around. Cause this whole thing is gonna hold down. Yeah. This whole thing almost blew down just now. Getting all windy and shit. Oh, fucking windy and shit. Someone's fucking with the wind button somewhere. Blow. Don't blow. Out. My smoke went out. It got blown out. Like a candle in the wind. Blown out. I see people turning green. Collapsing suddenly. watching it on the screen in my living room, while I think to myself, what a fucked up world. I see skies of chemtrailed with stripes, while they lie to us about it by day and gaslight us into the night, while I think to myself, what a fucked up world. The colors of the rainbow have been hijacked by perverts. God's beautiful promise they're trying to subvert. I see friends tapping elbows, singing "Don't touch me, dude." What they're really saying is, I hate you. I hear babies cry, and then I watch them throw that stupid face mask back onto the floor, while I think to myself, what a fucked up world. Yes, I think to myself, what a fucked up world. Yeah. Super Sidewinder, 16 Alpha Valve. Shout out to 16 Alpha. Glad you found me again, man. I was missing you there for a little while. All of my colors were fading away. All of my colors were fading to gray. All of my colors were fading away. All up until this here love came along. Out of nowhere. Now all my colors come rushing back in. I feel alive again. Standing here in this love. Walk right through this here love. Surround yourself with this love that I found. You can't see it, but it's there all around you. Take it from me. Take as much as you need. Take more than you need so you can share as you go. Take it from me. Take it, please. Take it from me. Take as much as you need. Take it from me. And the thing about loving is once you get a little, you just want some more. And once you get a little more, now you know you need a lot. Yeah, wanna get that loving, well, that loving's hard. Baby, keep that loving coming, don't you let that loving stop. Wanna lick up every last drop. You know you need a lot of love. I got a lot of love to give. You know you need a lot of love. But do you believe in God above? I like doing that song because I can whistle with the birds for a little bit. It's fun. It feels good. I feel like I'm bonding with the birds. You know, all the birds. You know, they're all at risk. You know, a bird flu. It's running rampant. We've had to euthanize millions and millions of chickens. I think they should just call it the chicken flu though, because none of the birds that I've seen are sick at all. Never seen no sick bird. A sneezing bird, you know, he's like coughing up phlegm and shit, all feverish, all shaking, all pale, achy. Poor bird. I never seen one of those though, actually. What's a sick bird look like? I've never seen one. Apparently, this bird flu is the most rampant shit ever. It's just like fucking sweeping the nation, except for my little pocket over here. It's funny how all the things that are happening all the time are never in my area. Joke's on you if you believe in that shit. Joke's on you if you believe in the bird flu. Because, duh, that's what birds do. The bird flu, yes it did, because that's what birds do. Do you know where the flu went back in 2020? That was kind of funny how the flu disappeared. It was rather odd, and I think I know what happened to the flu, where a flu might flow. Where did the flu go, do you know? Did it fly away or did it just change its name? Where did the flu go, do you know? Well, one thing that I know to be true is that the bird flu, yes you know, cause that's what birds do. Did the flu fly too? I don't know. Where did the flu go, do you know? Where a flu might flow. Oh, the bat flew, the bird flew, yes they both fly. Did the flu fly too? Oh, I don't know. They flew and they fly and they flow out your window. Where did the flu go, do you know? I have a theory about where that one went. You'll see, back in 2020 they said it was the worst pandemic that we've ever seen. So immediately I went down to see the hospital parking lot that was empty. That whole year it remained in, because I checked it all the time to see if they were being honest, which they most certainly weren't, and it was obvious that nobody really was sick, and I have a good reason for this. The whole reason that we have a flu season is that people make a point to go see their doctor every year, and that was the one year that they didn't. And if there is some confusion here, I'll clear it up right quick. Doctors get you sick, yep. Woo! Where did the flu go? Do you know? Did it fly away? Did it just change its name? Do, 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 do. Am I done yet? Am I done yet? Yeah. All us stupid flat earthers think the earth isn't moving and it's not curving. They're so crazy. But at the end of the day, they have to treat this place as though it were the place they say we're crazy for thinking that it is. They think we're crazy for knowing that it is. But what is it? Apparently not what it seems to be. Well, it seems to be the case with just about everything. However, I see a pattern forming, and every time you go exploring to try to get down to the bottom of it, you're surprised pretty quickly that the lies that we've been made to believe are only surface level. Any deeper than that, everything falls apart. And that's why we are the way we are today, even though they laugh at us and say that we could never be correct. And it's their correctness and the things they claim. Yeah, but at the end of the day, they have to treat this place as though it were the place they say we're crazy for thinking that it is. They think we're crazy for knowing that it is. And it's been a long, hard ride from here clear to the other side. How does that go? It goes, it's been a long, hard, bumpy ride from here clear to the other side, but it's gonna be smooth sailing from now on. Once you finally realize you're not and you never were spinning around aimlessly in a vacuum, and there ain't no big boom or big bang or dark matter or black holes. It's all a load of old crap. Hey baby, you ever seen any of that? I haven't, 'cause it's not right by chance? Oh, you're so awesome. You're so cute. I love you. I love you. Thank you. The lunatics are on the grounds. The lunatics are on the grounds. Remembering games and daisy chains and lies. Got to keep those loonies on the path. The lunatic is in the hall. The lunatic is in my hall. The paper holds their folded faces to the floor. And every day the paper boy brings more. And if the cloud breaks open many years too soon, there is no room upon the hill. And if your head explodes, the dark removes too. See you on the dark side of the moon. The lunatic is in my head. The lunatic is in my head. You raise the blade, you make me change. You rearrange me till I'm sane. You lock the door and throw away the key. There's someone in my head, but it's not me. And if cloud bursts in your ear, you shout and no one seems to hear. And if the violin starts playing different tunes, see you on the dark side of the moon. The lunatics are everywhere. The lunatics are everywhere. The television is where they're living. They have no thoughts of their own. You knock on the door, try to see, but apparently no one's home. And if the girl I don't remember seeing any stars. I was on the dark side of the moon. I didn't see any stars. It's crazy. Weird. Strange. Maybe I wasn't really there. I don't know. Can I go yet? Is this over yet? I don't remember seeing any stars. Can we go now? Yeah, I flew around the moon. All our adventures on and around the moon. All our adventures on all our trips, our experiences on and around the moon. Yeah, that's what we did. We were there or around it, and kind of, because the Earth is technically around the moon, sort of. Okay, we didn't really go, but all the press, they looked so happy and so amazed, and they just praised them like they were gods. You went to the moon. Tell us what it was like. I don't remember seeing any stars. What? The corona, the sun, and the telescope, and can we go now? Can we go now? Is it my turn to talk? Okay, we saw stars. Yeah, just for the record, there's lots of them. There's a bunch. We didn't take any pictures of them because we figured, like, who cares? We've seen stars before. Hear that? The goose. There's geese flying. Geese! I love you, geese. Come down here, take a little break, come hang out. I want a goose to land in my yard. That'd be cool. It'd be all like, it'd be a sign from God. That was a sign from God was squeaking at us through a goose. God squeaks to me through geese. You guys it's a tough audience, I swear, man. It's a tough audience. Ignore this sign. Ignore it. What are you looking at the sign for? Alright, I'm gonna play one more song. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of Dodge. When the veil has been lifted and you're no longer blind, you realize the TV's spewing nothing but lies, and the clown show has clearly crossed way over the line. Yes, I do believe it's time to back it up and pack it in and back the fuck up on out of your garage. Yeah, baby, it's time to get the fuck out of Dodge. It's time to get the fuck out of Dodge. When the veil has been lifted and you're no longer blind, feel the long arm of Big Pharma reaching up your behind. And the clown show is clearly crossed way over the line, as I do believe it's time to back it up and back it in, back the fuck up on out of your garage. It's time to get the fuck out of Dodge. It's time to get the fuck out of Dodge. Self-dislodged. All right, I love you guys. I gotta go. And you know what? Maybe I'm gonna take a little break. I'm just kind of craving a bong hit and all that shit. I'm gonna watch the wind for a second. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back. I'm just gonna need a little. I need about 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes. It's 1:34 into it. All right, so yeah, 2 minutes. I'll be right back. I count 5 of you. If you're not here when I get back, you're in trouble. has clearly crossed way over the line. I do believe it's time. I decided to bring my bong out here. And you're all still here. I'm such a good audience. I take it back. You're not a hard audience. What did I call you guys earlier? You're not hard. You're soft. You're soft. And cuddly. I'm sorry, but if I just got back from the moon, I'd be pumped. I'd be like, woo! What do you guys want to hear about? I just got back from the moon. It's fucking impossible to believe it's true, though. I was there. I took videos to prove it. Look at this shit. It's great. I can't even believe I just went to the moon. We're going to send more people up there, too. You won't even fucking believe it, dude. It's crazy. It's so cool. I'm not a scientist. I'm just a badass, you know? I went to the moon. You know, I have it all. I owe it all to NASA. They're amazing, brilliant people. I mean, they got me to the moon and back safe. Can you believe that shit? Insane. We had a dude in a spaceship flying around the moon while we're all jumping around on the moon, and we blasted off the moon, and we had a rendezvous with the spaceship, you know, perfectly, you know, just right in there, and we were all good, and then we flew back home. Took 3 days of flying in a spaceship. You guys don't even know, man. And we had never been able to practice that maneuver before. We did it perfectly. It's fucking great. I mean, launching off the moon, you know, and then having a rendezvous with a spaceship that's flying around the moon. Nobody had ever practiced that before. Nobody had ever had a chance to do that, but we did it like fucking, we just aced it the first time. So good. They make such good equipment at NASA. You don't even know. It's so good that, like, you know, like we just figured we'd destroy the technology and try to start over. I mean, it makes sense to do it like that because that way, you know, you keep yourself sort of like, you keep you on your toes, you know. And well, it kind of sucks because now we can't figure out how to get there, but like, yeah, oh well. Kind of reminds me of this other thing. We used to have this thing called ice cubes. It was so good. It made your drink cold. It was so good. Ice cubes were so good. But it's a shame though, because we don't have ice cubes anymore because, yeah, the person who knew the recipe died. We lost the technology. It's a shame, man, because ice cubes were awesome. It was like really good shit. I mean, you don't even know. Lost the technology, destroyed it. Person died. You know, they didn't pass on the recipe. You know, we were at his deathbed, like, please tell us how you do the ice cubes. And he's like, you just have to fill the ice tray. What did he say? Ice what? Tray? What's he talking about? Dang it! It's a shame. But let me tell you, ice cubes were good shit. And so was walking on the moon. Good shit. Good stuff. Back in the day when I was an astronaut, I was a wee lad. We used to do the spinnies and the spinnaroos and the green screen. It looked so real. We fooled the world. We fooled the world. It's like Pinky in the Brain, but we just fooled the world. We don't want to rule the world. It's like Yuval Noah Harari and Klaus Schwab. Like, we're going to rule the world. Pinky in the Brain. You all know Harari. You all know Harari. You all know who we are. My name is, you all know who we are. Wait, what's your name again? You all know who we are. No, I want to know your name. You all know Harari. This guy's annoying, man. He won't tell me his name. He just says we all know who he is. I don't know who he is. He won't tell me his name. No, that's his name. You all know who we are. What? Okay. So what do I say to him? Like, you all know who we are? That's your name? Okay. And what's the other guy? Klaus Schwab. Klaus Schwab. Well, you have to like have about like 20 marbles in your mouth to pronounce it right. Klaus Schwab. Not one person will be sliced until everyone is vaccinated. Everyone? That's a lot of people. Jeez. Just over this one thing that you haven't been able to prove even exists. It's kind of like a massive effort for no reason. That's pretty dumb, really, when you think about it. You can't prove this thing exists, and you think we all should be protected from it. Every single person on Earth. But you don't even have the thing that You gotta like show us something. Come on, man. We have the genome of part of it. How did you do that? How do you have part of something that you never had the whole of? I mean, you follow my logic here? It's called logic. We have the genome. We got it from the Chinese people. You have the what? A computer code? You put a microscopic computer code in a lipid nanoparticle and send it into people's bodies so they can it teaches their bodies how to spit out spikes. That's some fucking witch doctor shit if I ever heard of it, man. That's whackadelic nonsense. There's no sense to it. And for what reason again? It's kind of like they lost the plot. We just started talking about the jab all the time. It's like, well, what's it for again? Like, what are we doing this for? Oh, to protect from this other thing that we were never really able to prove. Like, I'm sorry, when everyone that dies in a pandemic dies in the hospital, that's what you would normally think of as being backwards. That should be where all the people that survived the pandemic were. But no, the only people that died in the pandemic were in the hospital. Okay, man, it doesn't take a genius to figure this shit out. Really, it doesn't. I mean, yeah, the implications are pretty, pretty serious. That's what we've been trying to tell you. We've been trying to tell you, but we get our channels deleted. I wonder why that happens. Because it's too true to be good. It's just terrible. And it's too bad that the truth has now become so unbearable. It's like the last thing they want to hear, and it's too late to cover their ears. It's all bad, man. Yeah, there goes a neighborhood. It's too true to be good. Too true to be good. It's too little, too late. You waited way too long. They just keep spitting the same shit over and over. Safe and effective, safe and effective, safe and effective, fake and deceptive, fake and deceptive, fake and deceptive, fake and deceptive, fake and deceptive. Satan infected you. Satan infected you. It's like a broken record. It's like a broken record. It's like a broken. It's like a broken record. It's like a broken record. It's like we're skipping to the beat of a redundant drum that comes in on the one and the offbeat due to the continuum being ripped. It repeats and repeats and re-repeats, repeats and repeats and re-repeats. It re-repeats. Till I have each nuance interpreted in a response that is quite clever. Yeah, you might see me and say whatever, but I'm on my way to break the record. The best way to break it to a broken record. Yeah, you might see me and say whatever, but I'm on my way to break the record. The best way to break it to a broken record. But the monotony is fucking obnoxious to me. It makes you nauseous like an overcautious agnostic in a posh mosh pit who gets accosted when he's lost it. But watch this shit. I take a common conundrum. Take a common conundrum that we're under. Become someone to wonder. Take a common conundrum. Take a common conundrum that we're all to become someone. I wonder when I'm done here. I wonder what I would have done if I hadn't have been someone who wondered. Coming full circle on a sound, on a ring that rings in a ring till it brings it back around. Come full circle on a sound, on a ring that rings in a ring till it brings it back around. All happens so fast. First you laugh, next thing you do, everyone claps. To the end of the show, and you're just supposed to know where your hands go together. All right, guys. Thanks for being here. I gotta go now. I love you. Don't be strangers in my echo chamber. Thank you.